With the new debut Vault 76 trailer at E3 just yesterday, I'd like to go over some of the revealed features from Todd Howard and the rest of the Bethesda staff. Right off the bat, as expected, it's looking to be a multiplayer expansion with party options, dialogue options within your multiplayer party itself. Todd Howard himself.
Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it's our biggest one yet. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Set in the hills of West Virginia, you are one of the first to emerge into an untamed and very different wasteland. Vault 76, one of the very first vaults to open, was built to celebrate America's tercentenary. You are one of the very special few selected to be an occupant and spend 25 years underground waiting for Reclamation Day, the day the vault opens.
So, as confirmed by Todd Howard himself, the plot of this game is going to be set in West Virginia, not the Virginia area as thought by some people, and also it's going to be 4 times larger than any other previous Fallout establishment, which is actually quite large. It would allude to the idea that this game is going to be about as big as an Elder Scrolls game. But as you go through this unique vault from Vault-Tec, you'll see your character put on a Pip-Boy and also walk out, and you will see a dandy robot from Robotech say these words to you.
Oh, finally! I feared you'd never wake up. Don't you remember? Time to leave the vault. Most of the others have already gone.
It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family.
Goodbye! Aloha! Ciao! Arrivederci! Au revoir!
Todd Howard goes on to speak about unique weather systems and environment animations amongst the world building never done before, and also the size and scope of the map is surprising. However, as commented on in some forums, the size of that map may be what is demanded and necessary of the amount of people or players allotted to one server. So the multiplayer expansion may be why the map development and expansion is so big. As you'll go on, you'll see things like super mutants, what seems to be different classes of super mutants from the FEV forced mutation. There seems to be feral ghouls. Their animations and character designs look very similar to how they did in previous Fallout establishments. The Deathclaws look very same. They even have some of the same attack animations. And as we'll go on, you'll see different radioactive mobs and scripted NPCs completely unique to West Virginia, some of them being a radiated armadillo creature. What is standing behind seems to be a dilapidated White House, what seems to be a frog with different appendages, what is called a spider crest, and a scorched conqueror, which all of these are unique to the West Virginia landscape, and the canonical development of these characters is that it is because of the high radiation, because it is a time more recent to the actual Fallout itself. You'll see a Shaly Gaster, an owl, a radioactive sloth, and what is revealed later on to be a Grafton monster, liberators, and a scorched beast. All of these are new NPCs that have not been established into any other previous Fallout. And as you'll see, revealed, we have different series of PowerArmour, different models that have not been seen before in any other previous Fallout franchise, as well as if you would check the inventory of that downed enemy, you will see ammo dumps and what seems to be items related to guns and assumably weapons that we haven't seen before either. This seems to be a party free-for-all with PvP aspects, and it seems to be pretty well done. The animations look very good, and the overall graphics of the biomes look to be well developed.
Actual nuclear secrets are. And the quest the Overseer sends you on will take you through 6 distinct regions, each with their own style, risks, and rewards.
These regions are named Toxic Valley, the Forest, Ash Heap, Savage Divide, the Mire, and the Cranberry Bog. We see an overview of the map broken into 5 different regions, and more than likely with their own distinct biomes and themes, set with their own intrinsic mobs and scripted NPCs, their own ecosystems per se. One of the biggest and most significant additions to the Fallout franchise being its only multiplayer.
We have always wanted to tell that story of what it will be like for you and the other characters who were first to leave the vaults. But there is one big difference with this game. It's that each of those characters is a real person. Because yes, Fallout 76 is entirely online. First, of course, you can play this solo. You'll be who you want, exploring a huge world, doing quests, experiencing a story, and leveling up. We love those things about our games too. It would not have it any other way. Open world, survival, every person and character is real. Now, I know you may have played survival modes in like some of our previous games or some other online games, and people wonder, is this hardcore survival? I like to think of it maybe, it's more softcore survival. Death never means the loss of progression or the loss of your character. Your character isn't tied to one server. As a matter of fact, you'll never even see a server when you play. You'll be in a world with dozens, not hundreds and not thousands of other players. And you'll be able to join your friends whenever you want, and all of your progression goes with you. We have built a platform, 100% dedicated servers that will support this game now and for years to come. And look, we know this is new for all of you. It's new for us. It's a little bit scary. And to that end, we're going to need your help. Because yes, we are going to have a beta.
As stated, there are no friendlies in this game, so any PvP combat can be embarked upon at any time, and PvP combat seems to be incentivized by monetary benefit, a certain sum of bottle caps relinquished to the player if another player is killed. And as you see with this downed effect, more than likely allows a revive animation action, and more than likely player-on-player combat is incentivized by server rewards itself, where it'll just pay you in bottle caps immediately upon another character's death. What is by far the most radical and new establishment in the Fallout franchise is these nuclear launch codes gathered by your party or other individual members in the game. It may nuke any other player settlement or marker on the map in general, and it fully destroys a settlement and also completely kills the players in the area, also giving a small loot reward in that now radioactive area. This has to be the biggest and most intrinsic change that Bethesda has made, and also there seems to be a screenshot integration built into the game itself.
Like previous Fallouts, you can play this game solo in Quest. But the easiest way to survive in the Wasteland is to team up and build together. And in this one, you can build wherever you want. And you can also then move that to wherever you want.
The workbench has been replaced in the new Fallout 76 and is replaced with the camp, which seems to be the center of the new settlement, establishment, and integration. It is built to be able to use co-op. Multiple players will be able to build the settlements together, their own settlements, and they are free build, whereas previously mentioned by Tom Howard, you can set them anywhere. I don't really know how this would work within the game itself, but apparently you can pick up your custom build settlement, and I would assume the server holds its initial configuration of how you built your how you configured your home. But a lot of people seem to be speaking about VATs, and I would say, well, if there's no VATs, there's probably no mods, as well as if there's a forced networking or a forced multiplayer, there's probably just no VATs in general. And the game date is then debuted to be released only 4 or 5 months from now, which is very soon. In fact, I would say the release date is so soon that this game must have been in development far previous to when Tom Howard started to release news articles on it, because it's being released just like 3 to 4 months from. For Bethesda, that's quite good. Bethesda is plagued with hiatuses. That is quite good for their enormity. And I would also say the biggest change is probably the nuclear warheads, the forced multiplayer expansion, and what seems to be no VATs. And I would say that there's probably no mods either. If there seems to be an outrage in the forum saying that there are online games that do have mods, that do allow mods, but I would say those are not blue chip games. Those are not staples within gaming itself. I have not seen a big game like Call of Duty, Skyrim, Fallout, any big blue chip game allow mods for free play. But we'll just go on and see, and I think this will be a great game. I think that Bethesda will do good with the title, and I think this is more just to hold this over until the next Fallout installment comes. But irregardless of how they handle it, I will still keep putting these games into my gaming system, and I will play them far long after my childhood and far into my adulthood. As always, thank you for all my subscribers who've been watching, and stay safe out there, Wastelanders.
In Vault 76, our future begins.